Hey everybody, this isn't an update on this. It's Friday afternoon. Just came in here. Number one was gone this morning. She decided to come this afternoon and get a little bit done. So she's working on getting the hydraulics out from underneath that tank, and let's see if she gets full of oil. You know, it's only been about 13 years since this machine was run, and the bottom of that oil filter housing was broke off when we bought it. It was laying on the ground next to it, so there probably isn't much there, but oh, she found something good. She's praying now. I did knock all this off last night. I went ahead and did it anyway. There really wasn't much left. I think I had about a minute and a half, literally, between what was rotted off and what I already had melted through enough. It needs some cleaning up, but I found it's a whole lot easier. Take it off a little long, then you can get into it to smooth it off. Takes a little longer sometimes, but you don't have a bunch of extra stuff. And we got the shop floor cleaned up. I told her let's get it cleaned up before she might dump a bunch of oil on it. But today's not about an update. Today, I wrote a bunch of channels down. I'm not going to give everybody a shout out, but
hopefully I get one.
Hey, shout out for number one. Woo-hoo! She wanted one, now she's got it. No, Straight Pipe Acres did one the other day, and he's going, I know I'm forgetting some guys. I know I'm forgetting. Yeah, he did. He forgot the ones that pick on him the most. He did really good. There was two of us. He had to go back and pin a comment so everybody knew we were there. I had to laugh about that, give him a bad time. Because I told him, hey, I think I got to write them down to do it. Really, if you want to see the channels, go to my channel and click who I'm subscribed to. I mean, really, if I'm subscribed to them, it's because something along the line interests me. And, you know, a couple of them are, you might say they're kind of lame, but they had some content that I liked. The ones I tend to follow the most, I mean, oh, come on, everybody knows farming, fixing, fabrication. You know, Andy's a nice guy. He does a lot of good work. I just look at, oh my God, with that shop and that equipment, what I could do. I'd go crazy. I'd love it. You know, hey, everybody knows Welkers, right? Oh, once again, you know, with that shop and that equipment, boy, the fun we could have. So those really aren't shout outs. It's just they're there. I know they're there. I don't watch every single video they all put out. I don't watch every single video of anybody, really,
We
probably.
also have to admit, though, we're a family farm, and we have 200 head of cows that need us all the time. We have equipment that needs to be worked on.
I'm hoping you can hear her.
We have a lot of stuff going on, so, you know, the videos that we do catch, we love it. But some that we don't, yeah, we feel sorry that we didn't catch them, but at the same time, everyone has to understand all of us are busy, and we do work hard for what we have.
Okay, I do hope you heard that because I ain't repeating the whole thing, but no, there's a few that I follow closer than others. I've got a new one that I just started, came across his channel the other day. He's got, looks like 3 or 4, maybe 5 months worth of videos up. Younger dairyman, him and his wife bought the place off his folks and doing it to it. From what I can see, pretty talented fella. He's got a pretty good sized shop. He's shown off some of what he's worked on in there.
The guy with the John Deeres?
Yeah, she says the guy with the John Deeres.
I love the John Deeres.
She loves the old John Deeres.
My
Anyway,
brother
Shane Holst is his channel name. That's his name. He had 88 subscribers. That's probably been 3 or 4 days ago now. I guess I found it. So I watched one video and I was hooked. You know, I mean, I see the similarities as a lot of it. You know, he's one of these guys, I could probably walk into his shop, and if I had a clue where the tools were, I'd go to work right beside him and get stuff done. And, you know, he could probably come in here and do the same thing, except he'd come in here and go, how do you turn around in here? Mm-hmm. And I'd tell him it's really easy. I'm sitting in a wheelchair, so I can just spin around in circles all day. Anyway, he's a bunch of short videos, a couple longer videos. but really good content. And come on, everybody knows Burning Dinosaurs. Everybody's got to know him. He's got his Franken truck, which daughter number 2 wants. Really?
I've yet to see it.
Yeah, daughter number 1 hasn't paid attention to some of these things. She needs to go watch some of his videos.
Oh, I will.
He's a really nice guy. I've got a little holder for my phone little magnetic holder so I can put it places.
The daughter number 1 broke.
Yeah, daughter number 1 broke it when it was on the skid steer. So I had to get a replacement part for it. But, I mean, he was really nice. And he says, hey, I got just what you need. And he says, give me your address. I'll send it to you. And, I don't know what he spent on it. I know it said what he spent to ship it here. And I'm like, oh, crap.
And
But,
the other thing is,
it's all out of the kindness of his own heart. And he's done that for a lot of people. I mean, there's, at least 6 or 8 channels I follow that I know he's done that for, and we all thank him very much for his generosity. I already said Straight Pipe Acres. I mean, yeah, crazy freaking Canadian, eh?
Jerry.
It's either cherry or it's effing or it's nice.
You got him hooked on that, by the way.
And he's got him a young friend up there. Kai Farmerman is the channel. Kylage, young fella. He's 16, I think, give or take.
If only he was older.
Yeah. Number 1's thinking about playing the match game. Set him up with number 2.
Well, come on. If you got a son that's around.
So, anyway, Kylage, he shows off what his family does. They run a cow-calf operation up there in the cold north. Another newer one who's really he passed me up in no time. It started out, I had to laugh because the channel was under his wife's name on his wife's email. So it was Barbara Dennison. And I start watching this, and I think they all started when he buried the combine in 2019. Buried it. It was 2 days to get it out. A couple friends with excavators, lots of tractors. I mean, I'm sitting there thinking, watching the video, just the dollar signs are clicking off in my head what each machine was worth per hour. And I was just cringing. I mean, he could have damn near, they could have done a down payment on a new combine at least for what it cost to get that one out of the mud. But his name's Andy. They changed the name of their channel Christmas time because his wife and daughter says, Dad, you need to change it to the Grumpy Farmer. So, the Grumpy Farmer it is. Everybody knows Jeff Raymond. Got to know him, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes he gets a little down on things, but he tells it like it is. And that's 90% of it. I mean, I believe in keeping this stuff real. If you're going to see it, it really happened. We're not screwing around. We're actually doing what we do every day. I'm goofing off right now because, say, I'm watching her work. That's how she's learning. And she just said before I turned this on, she says, you realize this is the first big project.
Ooh, baby, that is full.
Hey, there's oil in it. I told her there would be. So anyway, this is the first big project for her to work on. Number 2 hasn't been as involved in this as I'd like her. But somebody's got to babysit their mother too. She gets better and we don't have to worry about that. And number 2's got her school and stuff, which she's got, I think, 2 more classes other than the academic classes. And she'll have 2 associate's degrees in diesel mechanics.
She's also doing the generator.
Yeah, that's what the second class is. She's going to do power generation. Friend of mine lives in Georgia. That's what he does. That's where he makes his money. He's working for big outfit and does lots of generation stuff. And he told her when he was up here before she started school, the first round, he says, these are the tools you will need if you get into power generation. Don't buy the junk that they say you need for the class. Spend the extra money and get the right stuff. So she's got about $1,500 extra in tools just for that. And she's not real sure how bad she wants to get into it, but it's another opening.
It's a backup plan,
it's
basically.
it's one more thing to another feather in her cap. If she can do it, she can do it, and by God, let her do it. Hey, here's a channel that I was really surprised because I was making this list and some of these guys I've given shout outs to before. Some of them I haven't. Some of them are channels that everybody already knows. I'm just saying their name because they're here and because I watch them regularly. Hunting and Stuff. He's only got like 3 videos up. I don't really know where he is in the country. But the videos he has, I like the equipment I see. I like the videos. I'm hoping he's going to step up and do some more. He's kind of indicated to me that come harvest time this year, he might do some more. And it really surprised me when I was looking because I looked through today a little bit ago just to see how many subs these guys have. And Hunting and Stuff only has 1, and it's me. Make me feel lonely. I'd like some company to pick on this guy. Make him do some more videos. If you watch what he's got, I think you're going to want to see more. And one that did a couple really good videos here at the end and the beginning of the years here. Okay, had to have a break in the middle of the video. My phone said that I reached my size limit. So, I guess I didn't wipe out what I put up last night. I thought I wiped the size limit out. Anyway, so this guy's done some neat stuff, okay? He didn't, I'm hoping this weekend, Saturday morning, I think, he should put one out. He's working on a little international tractor that he came across. And he split it and done some work to it. And for his Christmas video, he was wondering what to do, and I said, well, you need to be driving it around the yard. He didn't get it back together. So I told him, well, you need some green and some red for Christmas. I said, you got that one split. I said, he's got some old Olivers too. I said, you need to slide an old Oliver in there, get the green. So he did that. They backed a little Oliver in between the 2 halves of the International. Worked out very well. And that would be Harmless Farmer, Andy Detweiler. He's in Ohio. Go check him out. I don't want to say too awful much, but I guess I will. He's made it public. I didn't say it before he did a video on it, but he had a little accident when he was just a little toddler. He was watching Grandpa check the grain coming out of the gravity wagon, and, well, kids do what the adults do, but the grain wasn't coming out of the gravity wagon anymore. It was just in the auger. As Grandpa went to shut the auger off, he reached in to check the grain. We'll leave it at that. So, Harmless Farmer, Andy Detweiler. Take the H off and you get what he is. Hell of a nice guy. He's, I thought he had a couple more subs when I found him, but then when he did his year-end or year-beginning video, he was talking about at what point he had how many subs, and, well, I was subbed to him before that, so somewhere around 200 subs is what he had then. And with the help of a couple other YouTubers, his channel exploded. He's up to 55.1K now. Just a small channel, right? But it's neat. He's, it's all real. They're getting into where they're doing some more production type stuff, doing the filming, but it's still all real. There ain't no fake stuff to it. Another one that's I talk to a lot is Walsh Farms. He's down there in the south. I believe he's in Georgia. Him and Gerald Farms, they're both down in Georgia. And they're pretty nice guys. Southern guys, so you got to listen through the words. Not too hard to understand, though. One that one of those that got one of those fancy camera holders from Burning Dinosaurs, and he's an Oliver fan. He's got a right to be an Oliver fan. His grandfather and father owned the Oliver dealership where they're at. I believe they're in Michigan. Chris Losey. He puts on some nice videos, and he's got a, Oliver became white, whatever, yada yada. He's got a white tractor. I think it was one of the whites that did it anyway. It might have been an Oliver. Had a little trouble with it during harvest, and it's got a little bang bang going. He's got it in the shop. I'm hoping to see some decent videos yet pretty soon. And looky there, you know it. Pry on it and tug on it, you can get it. Of course, I'm looking at a screwed in line, and I'm not sure what she's trying to do.
It's not attached to anything. A plastic
Interesting.
piece holding on to it.
Oh, okay.
That broke off.
It had one of those pieces, junk plastic holders on it. Okay, I know what she's got. Anyway, he does some nice videos. He showed a good one for New Year's. Took his niece and his daughter out driving around the barnyard. They had fun. Look, she's finding more oil. Imagine that. Oil in a system that should be full. Then there's another good one. This guy found my channel, and good looking stuff.
No, what came out of that line looked great.
Yeah.
No water or anything.
Well, you're up where you got that tank's been empty and condensing for however many years, so half the lines are full of water. As long as it didn't make it to the pump, we're good.
It did.
No, because that big line's the one out of the pump.
Yeah, but this one goes up there. That's a pump.
No,
Yes,
kid,
it does. There's a
kid,
pump.
the pump's at the other end of that big line.
Yeah, but there's another one up there that just goes.
That may be the one that goes up to the steering. That's the return from the steering. Anyway, yeah, we're mixing that all in with this. Keep everybody on their toes.
Someone has to.
Anyway, this guy came to me. We got to chatting. Here, look, I'm relaxing. He says, hey, I've noticed something, You got a small channel. You go around and find some other small channels, and if you kind of get together a little bit, it seems that the channels grow. Well, they do. We were both, I think, like 170 or 180 subscribers at the time. He's up to 408 subscribers this morning. And I think I got 334 subscribers. Thank you all very, very much. American Tradesman. He's in Florida. He does a little everything. I've given him a pretty good shout out here a while back. But if you want to see some cat work or some ground reclamation work, they go in, grub the brush out of the swamp and replant it to trees, make it a little more productive ground. He likes to work on equipment, likes to do some welding. He's one of those guys, if he was, just a few thousand miles closer, I'd say, hey, come give me a hand, buddy. But he's not. We've joked around about that a little bit. So anyway, like I said, this one's about shout-outs. I know I missed a bunch. There's a couple other small ones here I got on my list I could rattle off. Farmer Pete. He's a wee bit bigger than me. Well, you can't say he's retired. I think he quit dairy farming or something like that. Now he's just farming. Running old equipment because it's stuff you can work on. He's got lots more subs than I do. Who knows? Maybe if you guys check him out, he'll hit 1,000 pretty soon. I don't think I said Ag Wild yet. He's a little over 1,000 subs. He's got pretty good stuff. Runs some equipment you can understand that ain't full of electronics. God, there's one I didn't say yet. I know I didn't say it. Another one I found, and he's a Northwest one. Northern Cattle Rancher 77. I came across this one because I saw an old video. Some of the old farming, and he's up in eastern Washington. They run some cattle, and looks like they run a little bit of that good hill ground they got in that part of the country. Got those combines that lean a little bit so you don't fall over. He's only got 335 subscribers. He's been at it a few years, but he's got some of the old family videos that his dad and grandpa took and he throws those up once in a while. Plus, he makes some new ones and throws them up. So he does a little everything, keeps the equipment running, keeps the cattle fed. And I know there's a bunch I didn't get on my list. God knows I've got way too many of them. Like I said, if you really want to see who all I'm following, go to my channel and check it out. But South Sac farmer, Nick, he's, Canadian, eh? Him and Straight Pipe Acres have done a little work together. They ain't real close to each other, a couple hours apart, hour and a half apart, something like that. But, they've gotten to be pretty good buddies and doing some farming, helping each other out. He took my video of our John Deere tractor. It was actually for the guy he farms with, because our 4010's got black paint on part of it. And he's just got done restoring a 4640. So Antoine, his sidekick, he really wanted to see some pictures or a video or something of our tractor. And he went ahead and put my video up on his channel, and the views on that went out of sight. And I got a few more subs out of it. I would have thought I might have got a few more than I did, but she's trying to figure out this spring and wire. I'm not sure where it was. It was behind the fuel tank. That's all I know.
It went behind the fuel tank over here, and then this end wrapped around right here.
Yeah, so it was hooked to something behind it to return it or something. I don't know.
So slacked it when the none of the
Time we get all this junk out of the way, we won't care where that spring came from. Just don't lose the spring. So anyway, his channel's really been popping up. He's over 12,000, and I don't know. He had a decent channel going when I came across him, but he's doubled or tripled anyway since I came across his channel. Keep in touch with him pretty good. They do pretty good shop work. He's got Antoine, his sidekick. They farm separately, but they work it together. They got their own farms. And his dad, Ivan, works at one of the dealerships in town, or did work or something. And so when they're in the shop in the winter, he's in there helping them with the fabrication and stuff. What I see, and he does pretty good work. So anyway, that is my story for today, and my phone's probably going to shut me off again. So like, subscribe, ring the bell because it makes the girls laugh.
Ha-ha.
Yeah, she said ha. Thank you for watching, and check some of these channels out. Give them some support. Everybody appreciates it when you do it. Okay, thanks for watching again. Bye.